to even appreciate Shastra. And see, intellectual appreciation is one thing, and to be able to make that which is being appreciated by the intellect be lived or experienced. There, these smriti, jnana, and apohana. Apohana, it's forgetfulness. The forgetfulness happens because of our papa karma effect, and the smriti and jnana. See, smriti is to recollect, jnana is to experience. We might be able to recollect, but to experience it, we need that punya paripaka. Punya paripaka, the fructification of our punya. Otherwise, our punya can usher us to that particular point. Beyond that, even though it is available, we will not be able to cherish it, appreciate it, and grow. But if there is somebody whose punya paripaka is so strong, like Samartha Ramadas, that he was on the wedding mandap, and in that wedding mandap, he hears the Panditji just before the Mangal Sutra step. He says, Sumurta Savadhana, Sulagna Savadhana. So he says Savadhana, Savadhana, Savadhana 3 times. And Shastra, the way it works is whenever it has to indicate, whenever it has to tell us, it indicates it with 3 times of repetition. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. So he says, oh boy, there is this, Savadhana. Savadhana also means alert. So his punya paripaka clicks at that particular time and says, मेरे को इसमें इस झंझट में पढ़ना ही नहीं है, and he gets up, jumps off completely, like, okay, sadhana, bhagavan, mukti is one topic. We see that there are people that put effort, good jobs, earn really good, but they don't even have time to sit down, cherish, eat, enjoy. I have seen, I'm just taking some examples that I have seen. Your experience may be different, so don't bash me after because of the example. I've seen this doctor that I know earns really good, very reputed, does not have time for breakfast, lunch, and by the time comes for dinner is whatever left in the fridge that has to be reheated and eaten. Durgati. Durgati, that you are earning, it is there, it is available, but you don't have the opportunity to even sit down and enjoy it. That is called the punya paripaka, taking you almost to it but not be able to even experience it. Now let's come to sadhana. To be born as a human, to be born as a human being and to have the opportunity to understand, to be able to pursue the field of action as prescribed in Bhagavad Gita or Upanishads. Meaning karma is not something, the field of action, field of responsibilities, whether it is husband, wife, children, in-laws, outlaws, neighbors, all these responsibilities are not something that can be thrown away or given up, as Bhagwan says it to Arjuna. So what is the attitude? Because with that attitude is where we are making papa or punya. The reason I'm emphasizing so much on the karma portion of it, even before we touch the jnana portion, is the attitude for karma. If it is not aligned properly, what will happen? A malalignment is yielding Papa. And what is the effect of papa? Is internal tapa. They say, right? Tapatraya. So tapatraya, three different levels. Now there are so many threes. At the physical level, emotional level, intellectual level, waking, dream, and deep sleep. This fellow cannot sleep also properly. Dreams also agitated. Waking world anyway agitated. Stula, Sukshma, Karan, Sharira, all of them agitated. Sharira, Mana, Buddhi agitated. So the Papa Phala is Tapa. Our Tapa can also agitate everybody around. So karma, in the pursuit of jnana, don't take that lightly. This is only for those kinds of people, जैसे कि अभी आसमान से टपके हैं सितारे. Karma is to be taken very, very, very meticulously. The nuances in it, that the slightest change in the attitude and the entire karma becomes the papa karma, where it will be available right in front of me. I am in a human birth. I have the opportunity to be at the feet of the Guru. I have the opportunity to learn the Shastra. Anubhava Shunya Shastra Jnana. It is like knowing the recipe but not knowing how to cook, let alone even eating it. Knowing the recipe, not having the ability to enjoy it. What good is that kind of a recipe? I mean, if it is not being enjoyed, then I can create so many recipes because they are not going to be enjoyed anyways, right? They're not going to be experienced. Am I getting across? Matta smritir jnanam apohanancha. And those who have that punya paripaka meaning the ripening of this punya, coming to satsanga, you will not get punya. Coming to satsang is the ultimate result of this punya. To do what? Vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyaha vedantakrit veda videva chaham. To realize that that which is being pointed by the cream de la cream of what? Of the Vedic literature is Vedanta, that which directly points that Brahman as my true nature without mincing any words. Yes, Sachidananda Swarupoham. All these vocabulary words that Vedanta teach, we may have memorized. But that has to translate into experience. Otherwise, it is dry Shushka Vedanta. Shushka Vedanta, that Vedanta which has no experience in it. All that begins from the attitude behind karma. Don't take karma very lightly. Therefore, even after reading this entire Bhagavad Gita, which is the Moksha Pradhana, Moksha Grantha, what did Arjuna say? Even those words are very important. Nashto moha smritir labdha. What is he talking here about? Smriti. Nashto moha smritir labdha. Karishye vachanam tava. Okay, I thought myself to be some Tismar Khan who could do whatever, and Bhagwan, you didn't know anything. But now I have the wisdom. I'll go do that which is necessary with this corrected attitude. समझ रहे हैं? Oh, I read Bhagavad Gita. I was now levitating in my room. घंटा कुछ नहीं होने वाला वैसा. Stop getting out of your imaginary. I mean, stop. Get out of your imaginary world of spirituality. The reality is in your hands. Ayam me hasto bhagavan, ayam me bhagavattarah, ayam me vishwabhe shajoyagam shivabhimarshanaha, ayam me hasto bhagavan, ayam me bhagavattarah. These hands through which I have to work in this field and interact are your blessings, O Bheshaja. This is the medicine. Karma is not a burden. Karma is a field to unlock the treasures of punya, by which I get the opportunity to understand the Shastra. By understanding that Shastra, which is pointing at my true self, alone I can realize. Am I getting across? Because this point was not emphasized by anybody, so I thought it should be hammered in. It was a very subtle, very important point. Everybody got it? Because your head shake is confusing, right? Okay. द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते. There are two within each system. One is called Kshara, the other is called Akshara. Kshara, that which perishes, Akshara, that which does not perish. And it is called Kutastha. Adi Shankaracharya ji very beautifully points out Kuta. Do you know what is the other name of Vishnugupta? Anybody? His name was Chanakya. What was another name of Chanakya? That everybody will know. His original name was Vishnugupta. What is his other name? Anybody? Hari, Chapu.
Kautilya.
Kautilya. Why was he called Kautilya? Kutanitiknyaha. See, one meaning of it being annual you have already said. So I'm not touching upon it. I'm giving you another meaning. For us being entrapped in our own disgusting projections of our own vasanas happens because of this kuta, being entrapped in the Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti is also known as Kuta. Kute sthitaha, the one who is entrapped in this Maya. Kuta meaning that which has the entrapping environment. The only way to cross Maya is when we look at that Maya Shakti with a worshipful attitude. Why? That which should be worship worthy as a mother, we are running after as a bhoga drishti, vilasa drishti. That is the wrong of that which keeps us entrapped. Am I getting across? I just blame the entire humanity of vyabhichara, not abhichara, vyabhichara. That our very attitude is wrong. Therefore, in our sampradaya, every aspect of this creation is worship worthy. It is not that they were fools. That right from young age that was introduced, inculcated into everyone. But instead of inculcating the habit through discipline, we go through sophistication that see at that age where this discipline has to be introduced, we waste our time in trying to find logic. By the time they have to be understanding logic, because this discipline has not been there, neither there will be discipline nor logic, there will be a chaos. That is what we as parents have created with the next generation, effectively, because we have thrown the baby along with the bath waters and flushed it down the drain. The attitude should be that it is everything worship worthy. Kute sthitaha. Now, it is also called Akshara. Why is it Akshara? How can it be Akshara? In comparison to all the material world that is Prapancha, which is made up of 5 elements, in comparison to that, the reflected consciousness, the Jivatma Bhava, that individuality, is long lasting in comparison. But beyond this is that which is being reflected as this Akshara Tattva, and that is called Uttama Purusha. That is our source. That is our substratum. That is our true nature. That is me. Has to be experienced. So everybody jumps in for this nuanced Vedantic interpretive, where we इसको कहते हैं गधे के अंडे के बाल के खाल खींचना. We are ready for that. The translation of it, the reason I am translating is it has to be understood. Is that hilarious? A donkey's egg. The hair on the donkey's egg. The skin on the hair of the donkey's egg, you are trying to pull it, shred it, and try to analyze. A futile job. As soon as the Guru points at it, the revelation of understanding should happen. After having gone through the logical analysis of Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shadguna, Sampatti, Mumukshutvam, all of those steps, when the prepared student is pointed Tattvamasi, there it's like a switch, Tattvamasi, and click, there is a glow. That revelation should happen. If you know how there is a flowchart in the computer coding system, if this step doesn't happen, go back to step number Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Shadguna, Sampatti. Having attained that, then Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. For that Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, your karma and bhakti attitude is a must. They are like two wheels. So go back to that. Recorrect while you are still able to, rather than lethargically postponing it or giving it up altogether. I keep trying, nothing keeps happening. What is the use in it anyways when nothing happens? Lousy lazy bones, get out of that slumber. That is what Adi Shankaracharya is saying. Nahi nahi rakshati dukrum karane. When death is certain, why are you wasting this opportunity? It's a compassionate cry of that master. Like how Surdas ji says, Kahe ko phirata mana, karata bahu jatana. Why are you running all over the place? That where you are running is not there. That which you are seeking is not there where you are running. Running for or running away, it's not there. So go back to that karma, fix that karma, the attitude behind that karma. Even if, mark my words, everybody, put your pens down, whatever you're doing, listen. even if there is an ounce of trace of tapa that we feel inside. Not the tapa because of the sun's heat, not the tapa because of the heater that you are sitting cozily in front of. The inside tapa, the restlessness, anxiety, fear, that even if there is an ounce of it, our attitude for karma is messed up. I cannot mince words here. Immediately stop whatever you're doing, go find where that is going wrong. To strengthen the mind to be able to pursue it with tenacity, strengthen it with upasana. Am I getting across? Otherwise, all of this knowledge is like a fluff. I also study Bhagavad Gita. करने क्या उखाड़ने के लिए? Shloka by shloka, shloka by shloka, shloka by shloka, but where is the action? And please come, I'll conclude. Please come with homework being done. Right? Thank you. Om Shant Shant Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Does anybody have any questions before we wind up today? If you have, please post them on the Signal group, Friday Signal group. These concept, this one ending concept, one beginning concept has to be understood very clearly. And where we are rooted and why from where we are should be the beginning, not jump all across the place. So please process it. And if you have any questions, you can ping me directly, but I would prefer ping it in the group so that others will also benefit from it. So reach out unhesitatingly. Until we meet in the next class or next satsang, have a great time. Have a great weekend. Hari Om. I feel like a DJ right now.